Coach Prime appeared on the Pat Mcafee show and gave his breakdown on the type of kids he prefers to recruit at each position and goes into detail of how he's going about building Colorado. Don't forget to like and subscribe to take part in our Amazon giveaway. Let's get into the video. 40 grads, 40 portals, 20 recruits. That's how Coach Prime in Colorado is dealing with their breakdown of who they are recruiting. High school kids take time. Kirby Smart did not win overnight because he was given time to develop those 5 stars and to develop his system that now runs like a machine. The same way Nick Saban was given time to develop the machine that he currently has at Alabama that produces NFL prospects. It's not about their systems don't turn 3 stars into 5 stars, which is totally possible and happens all the time. One of the big names that stand out to me in this situation is Khalil Mack. He was 3-star. I think he maybe even lower than that, but he was able to turn himself into a 5-star, superstar, megastar football player. But not all coaches are able to do that, can do that. But what Alabama and Georgia has been able to do is get these 5 stars and allow them to maximize their talent. And I think a lot of people don't understand how that system works. Let's watch this breakdown of Coach Prime's philosophy on the Pat Mcafee show. Thanks for sharing that, Coach Prime. Now let's get into our breakdown.
So when we all came up, recruiting was way different. Now you speak a lot about grad transfers in the portal. How different is it recruiting them versus high school, and how has that changed everything?
Easier. Grad transfers want it right now. They got 1 or 2 more years left, and they want it right now. They ain't got time to be playing no games. They ain't got time to be making mistakes with their careers and their futures. They don't have time for knucklehead kids to be running around and not doing their assignment or being where they're supposed to be. I love it. Guys in the transfer portal, also, you got to find out why. You got to do your homework and your due diligence. Why? You saying they want this, they want that. Okay, if I call them, what are they going to say about you? Just tell me, because I'm going to make the call. I'd rather not make the call, but tell me why. Because there's a reason you left. There's a reason you divorced this situation or the situation divorced you. So you got to find out all about those guys. High school kids are a little different. You can mold them, you can shape them. But a lot of coaches don't have 2 years to build them and to mold them and shape them because you're going to mess around and get fired trying to develop that kid. So you got to have a perfect balance of older, younger guys and mid guys as well. So you can have that tremendous balance. But make sure you ain't dealing with no youngster behind that center. You ain't dealing with no youngsters at tackles, right and left tackles. You ain't dealing with no youngsters on that island, on that corner. Some guys, you know, I go from inside out sometimes outside in because I'm a corner and I think outside in. Outside in, you can do some wonderful things. But also, I'm a baseball guy, so I think up the middle. Okay, you give me that center, that quarterback, you know, that linebacker, that safety, we good. And give me those 2 D tackles and I'm straight. So it's a lot going on inside of here. It's a lot of different philosophies and a lot of attributes. I like kids on the line with parents, man. Offensive linemen, I like dual parents, you know, because they're much more serene. They're much more understanding of family, understanding of assignment. When a man talks into their life or yell at them, they don't trip because they've always had a man in their house. Defensive lineman, man, give me the kid from the trailer park, from the hood, from small beginnings. I want him hungry and ready to hunt. I want guys with a darn pickup truck and a deer on the back of it. I want guys ready to hunt, ready to go get it, man. I want the guy here crying. Oh, my mama, I got to get her out the hood. That's what you want on those defensive linemen. So it's different attributes that we look for that we want. And prayerfully, they'll get us to where we need to go, and we'll get them to the next level of being successful as a professional.
Thanks for sharing that, Coach Prime. Now let's get into our breakdown. Coach Prime says he wants linemen that come from 2-family homes that has been stable, and he wants defensive linemen that comes from the struggle and are hungry. I must say I don't agree with this process because there are plenty of offensive linemen that have come from struggle that has been able to build a successful NFL and college career. The biggest example, and literally biggest, is Michael Orr. What, he's 6'8", 340-pound offensive lineman that they even made a movie about, the movie called The Blind Side. I haven't seen it, but obviously everybody's heard about the movie The Blind Side. And he was able to overcome his unstable situation where he was homeless, trying to find a place to live to make it in the NFL. For me, Coach Prime's breakdown seems to live in too many stereotypes that I personally find difficult to agree with, and or I don't believe a philosophy should be built upon it. And maybe Coach Prime isn't totally building it upon. Maybe it's a foundation that he's just using to work off of, and he's willing to make exceptions of. And if he's willing to do that, I think that makes more sense to me. But tell me what you think. Do you agree or disagree with Coach Prime's assessment of how to build a team and his philosophy? Don't forget to like and subscribe to take part in our Amazon giveaway when we reach 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for taking part in our journey. I'll see you in the comments. Catch y'all on the flip. Peace.